Warm greetings everyone. My name is Ayush Kumar Suryawanshi and the topic of this video is about self-introspection. I think at my core I am someone who is still evolving, trying to understand myself better every day. I value honesty, growth and meaningful connections. I'm someone who observes a lot more than I speak and I try to make sense of the world in my own quiet ways. I want to become a person who is confident, responsible, and compassionate, but I also accept that I am not fully there yet. I'm on a journey, learning through mistakes, failures, and small victories. At the core, I am simply a human, trying to understand and become a better version of myself. What motivates me the most is the idea of progress, waking up tomorrow slightly better than what I was today. I get motivated by small improvements like learning something new, understanding something deeply, or overcoming a challenge that I thought I couldn't. I also feel motivated when I imagine the future version of myself, more confident, independent, and capable. That vision pushes me forward. Sometimes motivation comes from proving to myself that I can do things I once doubted. I am proud of the moments where I didn't give up. Even when things were difficult, there were times when I felt lost, overwhelmed, and unsure of what to do next. But I still kept moving forward. I am proud of the knowledge I have gained, the responsibilities I have taken, and the discipline I have built. Even small things like improving my habits, learning new skills, or becoming emotionally stronger are achievements I deeply value. One weakness I am actively working on is consistency. I start things with a lot of excitement, but sometimes I lose momentum halfway. I have realized that real growth comes from showing up even on the days when I don't feel like it. So I am trying to build discipline rather than relying only on motivation. It's a slow process, but I am becoming more mindful of how I spend my time and energy. One of my biggest strengths is resilience. Even when I go through setbacks or failures, I always find a way to bounce back. I don't let difficulties break me for too long. I reflect, I adjust, and I continue. The resilience helps me grow, learn, and handle challenges with a calm mindset. I want to become a person who is calm, confident, disciplined, and kind. Someone who takes responsibility, works hard for their goals, and treats people with respect. I want to be emotionally stable, independent, and mentally strong. I am shaping myself slowly into the version of me that I would admire. One of my biggest fears is not living up to my full potential. I want to achieve things, and the idea of wasting time or opportunities worries me. I also fear disappointing myself or the people who believe in me. But I am learning to face these fears by taking small steps forward, trusting that growth happens gradually. Small things makes me truly happy, like good conversations, learning something interesting, spending time alone, listening to music or achieving a personal goal. Happiness for me isn't tied to big events, it comes from everyday moments where I feel peaceful, understood and productive. A past mistake that taught me a lot was trusting my comfort zone too much. I used to avoid challenges because I feared failure, but staying comfortable held me back. That mistake taught me that growth only happens when I take risks, step out of my comfort, and try even when I am unsure. Now I try to embrace discomfort instead of avoiding it. I value honesty, kindness, and consistency. I appreciate people who speak the truth even when it's hard, who treat others with respect, and who behave the same way in public and private. These qualities build trust, and trust is something I deeply value. When I face stress or challenges, I usually take a step back and breathe. I try not to react immediately. I think through the problem, break it into smaller parts, and solve it one step at a time. I also remind myself that stress is temporary and that I have overcome problems before. This mindset helps me stay calm, focused, and helps me to overcome those problems. In the next 1 year, I want to improve my discipline, emotional stability, and productivity. I want to build strong routines, complete important goals, and grow in areas where I have been weak. Whether it's studies, health, or mindset, I want clear progress. I want to look back a year from now and see a noticeable difference in my habits and confidence. It's not just one person. Different people have influenced me in different ways. Some taught me discipline, some taught me patience, some taught me kindness, and some inspired me to dream bigger. Even strangers, teachers, or online mentors have helped me shape my thinking. I try to absorb qualities I admire and avoid repeating mistakes I have seen. Success for me is not just money or status. It's being mentally peaceful, financially stable, emotionally strong, and surrounded by the right people. It also means waking up every day doing something I enjoy or believe in. Success is becoming a person I am proud of, someone who contributes positively to the world. I want to build a life where I am independent, confident, and fulfilled. A life where I am constantly learning, improving, and becoming better. I want stability, growth, meaningful relationships, and a purpose that drives me. I want balance between work and rest, between ambition and peace. Ultimately, I want a life that feels meaningful, not just busy. Self growth to me means becoming a little better every day, mentally, emotionally, and personally. It is a process of understanding my flaws and working on them without judgment. It's learning new things, improving old habits, and letting go of thoughts that hold me back. Growth isn't always big or visible. Sometimes it's the quiet progress that only I notice. For me, self growth means never setting for who I was yesterday and always moving toward the best version of myself. Some of the habits that have shaped me include self reflection, curiosity, and the willingness to try new things. I have learned to observe situations before reacting and to think about why I feel certain emotions. Staying curious helps me keep learning and keep my mind open. Also, the habit of not giving up easily, even when things become difficult, has shaped my resilience. These small habits collectively build who I am today. Situations that feel chaotic, negative, or unproductive drain my energy. Being around people who complain or environments that lack direction also affect me. On the other hand, spending time alone, listening to music, learning something interesting, or doing creative work recharges me. I regain energy when I feel in control, peaceful, and connected to myself. One thing I have avoided is confronting my own self doubt. Sometimes I hesitate to take bigger steps because I am afraid of failing or not being good enough. But I have realized avoiding it doesn't help. It only slows me down. I need to face my doubts and push through them. Growth happens when I challenge myself, not when I stay safe. I want to be remembered as someone kind, reliable, and genuine. Someone who didn't pretend to be perfect but always tried to improve. I want people to feel that I was thoughtful, respectful, and someone who added positivity to their lives. More than anything, I want to be remembered as a person who cared and contributed something meaningful. I struggle to express vulnerability. I often hold back feelings because I don't want to seem weak or burden others. But I am learning that vulnerability is not a weakness, it's a form of honesty. Opening up can build deeper relationships and emotional clarity. It's something I am slowly working on. A belief I recently changed is that everything must be perfect before I start. Earlier, I used to wait for the right time, the right mood, and the right mindset. Now I have realized perfection is an illusion. Starting imperfectly is better than waiting forever. Taking the first step creates progress, and progress creates confidence. Peace for me means being in a state where I am not fighting with myself. It's when my mind feels clear, my emotions feels balanced, and I am present in the moment. Peace doesn't mean life is perfect. It means I am able to stay centered despite challenges. It's something I create through my choices, habits, and mindset. Failure has played the role of a teacher in my life. It has shown me what doesn't work and pushed me to rethink my approach. Even though failure feels uncomfortable, it has helped me become more resilient and self-aware. Every failure has a hidden lesson, and looking back, some of the best changes in my life happened because something first went wrong. A skill I want to master is emotional discipline, the ability to control my reactions and stay calm under pressure. This skill affects every part of my life: relationships, decisions, productivity, mental health, and confidence. If I can master emotional discipline, I will be able to navigate challenges with clarity and strength. I want people who inspire me, support me, and challenge me to grow. People who are honest, mature, and positive. I want friends who value loyalty and understand that importance of personal development. I prefer being around people with ambition, empathy, and good energy because the right company shapes who we become. Independence to me means being able to stand on my own, emotionally, financially, and mentally. It's the ability to make decisions without relying too much on others for validation. Independence is not about being alone, it's about being capable. It's about taking responsibility for my life and building confidence in my own abilities. I want to forgive myself for the times I didn't believe in myself, for the moments I wasted because I was afraid or unsure. I am learning that being harsh on myself doesn't help. Kindness does. Forgiving myself allows me to move forward without carrying old regrets. It's a step forward in emotional freedom. I feel confident when I prepare well, stay consistent, and see improvement in myself. Confidence for me comes from the action, not talent or luck. When I push beyond my comfort zone and succeed, even in small ways, I feel stronger. Confidence always grows when I keep promises to myself. I want my future self to thank me for not giving up, for building good habits, and taking care of my mind and health. I want them to appreciate the discipline, the risks, and the decisions that I make today. The future version of me will be shaped by what I do right now, and I want them to feel proud and grateful for the foundation I am building. Thank you.